Hello, this is André Campbell with Spiritual IV. I just want to come and encourage you all this week, just for a few moments, share a story that I learned many years ago when I was growing up. When I was being challenged in a lot of ways in my life, I realized that I really had to confront my own thinking, my own mindset, my own mental models. And so I heard a story that inspired me, and it was regarding an airplane that was carrying passengers, and it had some cargo, and it was flying at high altitude already, and but all of a sudden they started having some malfunctions in their equipment, and so they had to check it out. So they went down below. They sent someone down below into the cargo area, and they discovered that there were some lab rats that were being transported, and the container they were in was not the proper type, and so they chewed through the container and actually were chewing on the wires of the airplane. Hydraulic, whatever, just chewing on the wires, electronic wires, and the airplane was having these issues, and so they weren't able to contain it that way. So they went back up and told the captain what happened, and so they announced it on the plane to see if the person who brought these lab rats on was there, and certainly they were, and they came forward and they said, "Listen, this is what's going on. What can we do?" And the doctor that actually was traveling with the lab rats said, "These rats won't be able to survive at a higher altitude. So let's take the plane higher, so that those rats that are chewing on the wiring of the airplane, that are to the detriment of not only the airplane but the passengers, they could lose their lives." They said, "We got to go higher." And so I translated that story when I heard it in my own mind. I translated that story that, Andre, what you need to do in your life is you need to go higher. You need to go up another notch in understanding and wisdom and knowledge and wisdom. You need to go up and begin to implement these things in your life so that you can go higher, because the rats in your life that are chewing on the wiring of your mind, that are troubling you and causing us to end up in danger of losing altitude, in danger of crashing, those rats cannot exist at a higher level. And so, Andre, you need to start thinking on a higher level. And when I realized that, I said, well, the Bible tells us that the wisdom of God is above all wisdom. And so the Holy Spirit basically said, go ahead and exchange thoughts with God, because God's thoughts are higher than our thoughts. And I've been exchanging thoughts with God ever since. So I want to encourage somebody today to exchange thoughts with God. Let's go higher. That's the word for today. Let's go higher. That let all of the things that are chewing on the circuitry of our lives, that are wearing us out and burdening us down, let us go higher. God bless you. And I'll see you next week on another episode of Spiritual IV.